Morning, this is Freddie, and I'll be answering Creative Critical Reflection question 4. How did you integrate technologies, including software, hardware, and online platforms in this project? So we mainly use a Sony a6400 camera with a 16 to 50mm lens. This camera is really useful, especially because we were filming at night in dark conditions. It captured clear footage and detail, which allowed us to color grade properly without losing any quality. The 16 to 50mm lens allowed us to switch between very wide long shots and tighter close-ups without changing our equipment. For example, we used wider angles to show the setting and closer shots for the relic and the actor's faces to build tension. We also use a Ronin DJI RS3 mini gimbal for most of our shots. This helps to stabilize the camera and reduce shaking while moving, especially in the tracking shots. The smooth movement made the footage feel more cinematic and professional, and it was used especially for match-on action shots, like when the protagonist picks up the relic. So without the gimbal, our film opening would look very unprofessional. For the found footage part, we switched to using an iPhone 15, which belonged to the protagonist, and it made the moment feel a lot more realistic and believable. Although we relied mostly on natural lighting, we also used a nanite power tube LED light sticks to control color and build atmosphere. We specifically used red lighting during supernatural moments such as when the relic and the ghost appear, helping to symbolize danger and evil. For sound, we mainly relied on the camera's built-in microphone. Unfortunately, this is because we lost the cable needed to connect our external wireless microphone. However, it was still able to capture clear diegetic sounds, including footsteps, dialogue, and background noise. To make up for this, using our editing software allowed for us to layer diegetic sound effects, which included background noises and sharp stings during key moments. So even though we faced technical issues with the microphone, using an editing software enhanced the overall sound design and quality. For editing, we decided to use CapCut Pro to edit our film. It was easy for beginners, but it still allowed advanced features such as color grading and layering sound. We use it to make our drafts by organizing footage, adjusting pacing, and creating tension through editing. We also use color grading tools to increase the quality by lowering brightness, adjusting contrast, and adding slight warmth to make it feel cinematic. So here's our editing software. We use CapCut Pro. These are all the layers that make up the final draft, as you can see here. And so I started editing the first draft by importing all of the footage from the Sony a6400 SD card and any other media from our shared Google Drive, such as sounds and titles, as you can see here. And here's all the footage. I then made the rough cut of all of this, and then from then on, I developed it into the final version, as you can see here. And if you click the yellow bar here, you can see slight editing in color grading in most shots, just to make everything a bit more cinematic and professional looking. And here is the captions we use, as you can see here. And these bars, titles, then down here you have the non-diegetic and diegetic sounds that I use. As you can see, some soundtracks, ambience, some of them are diegetic sound effects within the film opening. For my blog, I use Blogger to document every stage of my project, including all tasks like research, planning, drafts, and evaluations. It helps me to organize work in a clean, chronological order so that I could track progress and look back at earlier tasks. Using Blogger also made it easier to receive feedback from teachers, as everything uploaded was accessible. This allowed me to make changes and to reflect on decisions rather than just completing tasks. Lastly, the internet was very crucial in research and learning. We use it to research conventions, inspiration, and cultural themes in our film opening. I also use it to watch many YouTube tutorials and guides to learn how to use and set up equipment properly, such as balancing the gimbal, learning camera settings, and improving my editing skills in CapCut. We also use online platforms such as Google Drive and Instagram for organization and sharing files, making teamwork a lot easier and much more efficient.